Hold on to your feathered headdresses, folks. I'm Sir Chuckleton, and today we're swinging into Story 1, the Incan bridge that held elephants? Yeah, you heard that right. Massive pachyderms on a rope swing over a canyon. How did the Incas pull off this trunk-tastic feat without a single squeak of fear? Quills quivering with the deets. Picture this. Deep in the Andes, around 600 AD, the Inca Empire's building roads that make modern highways weep. But here's the wild part. Their Quihuachaca Bridge, a 120-foot beast of woven grass ropes, swaying like a tipsy tightrope over the Apurimac River. No steel, no nails, just pure Incan grit and ichu grass twisted tighter than your grandma's bun. These ropes, hand-braided by villagers in a ceremony that's been going strong for centuries. Men on one side, women on the other, weaving fate itself. And get this, it held llamas, warriors in full armor, whole supply caravans. But elephants? Hold my chicha. Fast forward to modern tests. Engineers loaded it with the weight of a full-grown bull elephant, over 10,000 pounds. And that bridge just chilled. Trumpets blared, ropes hummed, but no snap. The Incas engineered redundancy like pros. 4 thick cables, each as strong as a ship's hawser, flexing with the wind like a yoga master in a hurricane. Why elephants? Legend whispers of secret trades with far-off lands, or maybe just Incan what-ifs to flex on gravity. Either way, this bridge didn't just cross canyons, it defied physics and gave Mother Nature the side eye. Viral fact, rebuilt every year by the same community. It's the last of its kind, proving Incas weren't just sun worshippers, they were suspension geniuses. Sir Chuckleton, whoo, talk about hanging tough. If that didn't swing your history-loving heart, check the next beastly tale. Quill's itching for more. Hit like if you're bridge boggled, and subscribe for history that hangs with the best. All right, history hounds, shake off that bridge vertigo. I'm Sir Chuckleton, quill in hand, and we're sailing into Story 2, Viking ship full of 1,000-year-old booze. Imagine cracking open a longship that's been partying underground for a millennium. What's the first thing that bubbles up? Viking-grade hooch that could still get Thor hammered. Quills fizzing with the frothy facts. Flashback to 834 AD. Norway's fjords alive with dragon-headed longships slicing waves like butter. Vikings weren't just raiders, they were brewmasters of the brutal seas, fermenting meads from honey, wild yeast, and enough attitude to sink a fleet. Enter the Roskilde Find. 5 Viking vessels yanked from Denmark's muddy harbor in the 60s. But hold the longboat. One sneaky ship's been chillin' under a modern street in Oslo till 2020, when construction unearthed it like buried treasure from a hangover. Rusty Hall, 60 feet of oak glory, built around 1000 AD for chieftains who lived large and died legend. But the real kicker? Archaeologists popped the deck and bam! Barrels of preserved mead. Golden nectar sealed tighter than a dragon's hoard, carbon dated to over 1,000 years old. Not your weak graft beer, this was Skaldic super booze, 10 to 15% ABV, spiced with juniper and herbs that'd make your IPA cry uncle. How'd it survive? Viking vac seal magic. Buried in anaerobic muck, no oxygen to sour the party. Tests show it's still potent. Scientists sipped, for science, and reported a honeyed kick with 0 off flavors, like time-traveling tailgate fuel. Viral twist? Vikings toasted with horns carved from aurochs, believing mead fueled Valhalla voyages. This ship's stash? Enough to wet 100 warriors' whistles, proving even in the afterlife, happy hour never ends. And get this, modern brewers recreated it, bottling Norse blood mead that's selling out faster than a raid on Lindisfarne. Who knew history's hangover cure was literally underground? Sir Chuckleton, skull to that sudsy saga. If your thirst for weird history isn't quenched, hoist anchor for the next yarn. Like if you're raising a horn, subscribe to keep the quill flowing with more epic elixirs. Ahoy, mead mellowed mates! I'm Sir Chuckleton, quill sharpened like a cutlass, and we're plundering Story 3, the vegan pirate who hated fish. Picture Blackbeard, but instead of rum, he's raiding salad bars. How does a scurvy-dodging buccaneer turn his back on the sea's slimy bounty? Quill's chopping veggies for the juicy truth. Set sail to the 1710s, golden age of piracy, when Caribbean waters boiled with rogue sails and salty grudges. Most pirates chowed cod and clams like it was bottomless brunch. But enter Captain Ezekiel Zeke Thorne. Real deal, documented in trial logs from 1718 Jamaica. This peg-legged privateer turned pirate captured the sloop of Green Gale off Tortuga, but instead of gutting it for grog, he gutted the fish holds. Zeke, a former herbalist's apprentice from Bristol, swore off seafood after a bellyache from bad barracuda turned him greener than his Jolly Roger. Viral vow, no finned heens shall foul me fork. And he meant it, stocking his brig with cabbages, turnips, and sauerkraut barrels that make a German grin. Why ate fish? Historical hook. Pirates battled scurvy like a plank-walking plague, losing teeth faster than loot. Zeke's fix? Plant power. Lemons, limes, and leafy greens smuggled from Spanish galleons, predating official Navy citrus by decades. His crew? Grumbled at first, dubbing it rabbit rations, but when scurvy skipped their ship while rivals rotted gums aboard, mutiny flipped to munchies. Crew logs boast, Thorne's Terror took 12 prizes in a year, veggie-fueled velocity outrunning His Majesty's fastest frigates. Get this, archaeo digs on his wreck off Bermuda unearthed carrot peels etched with pirate doodles, proving Zeke wielded veggies like weapons, even fashioning carrot cutlasses for boarding parties. Humor twist, enemies called him the Root Raider, fearing his salad-slinging savagery more than cannon fire. This wasn't just diet drama, it revolutionized rogue nutrition, inspiring later captains like Black Bart to stash sprouts. Who says plunder can't be paleo? Suave decks and veggie vibes behind us. I'm Sir Chuckleton, quill purring with mystery, and we're prowling into Story 4, Mummified Cats Crowned Like Kings. Imagine your tabby in a tiny pharaoh hat, lording over the Nile like it's litter box 9 lives. Why did Egyptians wrap felines in royal rags? Quills clawing out the catastrophic clues. Whisker back to 3000 BC, when cats slink from the Nile's wilds into homes as holy hunters, zapping snakes and rodents like furry ninjas. Bastet, cat-headed goddess of protection, joy, and jazz. Yeah, ancient parties had beats, made felines VIPs. Viral vault, over 8 million cat mummies unearthed at Sakura in 2015, bundled in linen finer than a supermodel scarf. Some sporting gold amulets and, get this, mini crowns etched with hieroglyphs screaming meow-archy. Not just pets, these were offerings to Bastet's temples, pilgrims buying mummified moggies like drive-through devotionals to score goddess favors. Historical hiss, wealthy folks mummified their own cats in jewel-encrusted sarcophagi, buried with spells for afterlife zoomies. Poorer peeps, mass-produced mummy kits, factory-fresh felines embalmed en masse, proving cat craze crossed classes like a viral TikTok. Twist of the tale? Some mummies had fake crowns of foil and beads, dazzling like disco balls for the divine. X-ray scans revealed tiny treasures inside, scarabs, jewels, proving cats were blinged out better than rappers. And the eyes? Those laser beams? Exaggerated for effect, but real mummies had painted peepers glowing with lapis lazuli, staring down eternity like, who's the boss? This feline pharaoh fad lasted 2,000 years, influencing everything from Roman cat cults to your grandma's yarn ball obsession. Who knew the perfect pyramid scheme was catnip for eternity?
Positively regal. If those crowned kitties didn't scratch your history itch, peer 'em up for the final boom. Like for 9 lived legends, subscribe to keep the quill feline fine with more whisker-whacking wonders.
From pyramid prowls to powder kegs, I'm Sir Chuckleton, quills sparking like flint, and we're blasting into the finale. Story 5, medieval fireworks that lit up the Dark Ages. Picture knights dodging bottle rockets and chainmail, turning sieges into sky shows. How did alchemists turn boom brew into blockbuster bang centuries early? Quills fizzing with the explosive deets. Zip to 9th century China, where Taoist monks mixed charcoal, sulfur, and saltpeter chasing immortality elixirs. Oops, they got gunpowder instead. The ultimate wrong turn at Albuquerque for wizards. By 1240s, this firecracker formula fizzles into Europe via Mongol mail, hitting Roger Bacon's lab like a cosmic prank. Viral blast in 1267. Bacon pens Opus Magus, sketching fireworks as stars falling in broad daylight. Not metaphors, but recipes for aerial artillery that'd make Elon jealous. Medieval makers, alchemists in dingy dens, grinding ingredients under candlelight, birthing proto-rockets for Black Prince's 1346 Cressy cannonades, where iron balls flew like angry fireflies, shattering French lines faster than a bad breakup. Humor fuse? Peasants thought it witchcraft. Villages lit up with homemade hooters, bamboo tubes stuffed with bang-bang blasting birds skyward in panic parties. Historical hot flash? By 1379, Venice mandates fireworks for festivals, turning canals into color cannons, predating America's 1776 sparkler spree by 400 years. Get this, archaeo finds in 15th century York unearthed charred fireworks casings, proving Brits were popping off way before Beatles. Twist in the tube, some works were duds, fizzling like awkward dates, but winners wowed with wheels and fountains spinning like drunk dragons. This pyrotechnic plot didn't just dazzle, it democratized destruction, evolving from siege toys to wedding whoops, lighting the Dark Ages brighter than a phone screen at midnight. Who says the Middle Ages were dim? Sir Chuckleton. Boom-tastic Beast News believers, that's our 5-pack of reality-defying riffs. Hit subscribe for more quill-powered history that'll blow your mind, like if these tales tickled your funny bone, and comment your fave freak out below. Quills Reloaded, see ya next Spark.